Hi everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you a What I Watched video. So one of my goals for 2018 was to include some more non-bookish content on my channel, and I did pretty okay with it in the first part of the year, and then I just completely fell away with it. I posted a video for what I watched for the first quarter of the year, so for January through March. And then I just never posted another one, and so I want to catch up on them for the year because I do eventually want to, in January, February, post my favorite videos, my favorite movies that I watched throughout the year, etc. So I need to catch you guys up in order to do that. So in this video, we will be talking about everything that I watched in the second quarter of the year, so from April through June, and then very soon we will have a video for the third quarter from July through September, and so on and so forth. So let's jump straight in and talk about everything that I watched from April through June. So starting off with TV, if you guys have been watching my channel and watching this kind of non-bookish content, that I've mentioned it quite a few times, that I have been in a TV watching slump for a really long time. It's because I am very kind of a monogamous TV show watcher, if you will, unless I'm watching a particular show with a particular person, like how I'm rewatching Buffy with my sister at the moment. So I guess I could include that. I am still rewatching Buffy with my sister. I couldn't tell you how much we watched in that time period because I do not remember. But that is something that I'm still currently rewatching, Buffy/Angel. But apart from that, when it's just a show that I'm watching on my own, I won't move on to something else until I finish that show. The problem with that is when I fall out of love with a show a little bit, it's very hard for me to, I'll just fall out of that show and then I just won't watch anything because I'm not in the mood to watch it, but I'm not watching anything else, so therefore I just will not watch anything, and therefore I fall really behind with TV shows. So I did, however, watch a bit. I made an effort to really push on with my TV shows in the April through June period, and I watched 11 or 12. I'm not sure exactly how many it is because I've looked at the episodes and I'm unclear exactly which ones I've watched. It's 11 or 12 episodes of season 5 of Glee. So Glee is the show that I'm currently focusing on finishing. I need to watch season 5 and season 6, and I've watched halfway through now season 5. So I made decent progress compared to how much TV I'd been watching. I know for some people they're like, that is nothing, and when I'm into a TV show, for me that's nothing, but I haven't been into stuff for so long. So I did watch 11 to 12 episodes. Glee is a show that I really enjoy. However, I'm not enjoying the later seasons as much. Once some of the main casts graduate high school, I haven't enjoyed the show as much, but I don't have that much left to go. I've got the second half of season 5, and then I've got season 6, which is a shorter season. I think it's only got 12 episodes. So I think I've only got 24 episodes or something left to watch. It's very doable. And I definitely need to focus on finishing that, but I did watch 11 episodes in the April through June period. So now moving on to the movies that I watched. So starting off with April, I actually only watched 2 movies in the month of April. The first of those was Love, Simon. I actually went to see this on my own at the cinema, which is something I've only done a couple of times. But I really wanted to see this, and I didn't know anyone who would be super interested in watching it with me, so I just decided to take myself on a date by myself to see this, and I'm so glad that I did because I loved this. I enjoyed the book a little bit more, but I do think that it was a really good adaptation, and I really enjoyed it. I love when they're able to take a book, and when they put it onto the screen, they're able to add things into it so that even someone who's read the book can get something new out of it without them changing stuff, which you might know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's something that they managed to do really well. I think in the Breaking Dawn Part 2 movie, which some people might disagree with, but that little twist that they added in that, which again I'm not going to spoil it for you, I loved that they added that in and that they were able to do that without destroying the original content, which I think they did that really well in the Love, Simon movie as well, and I really enjoyed it, and I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. The second movie I saw in April was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So this was in my quest to catch up on the Marvel movies because I'd been super behind in the Marvel movies, and I had seen originally Guardians of the Galaxy, I can't talk today you guys, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, but I'd never seen Volume 2, so I finally watched that. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as good as the first Guardians of the Galaxy, but still a very enjoyable movie. They've got a great like humor in them, a lot of fun. I ended up giving that one 4 stars. So now moving on to May, I watched 4 movies in the month of May. So the first one that I watched in May was A Million Ways to Die in the West. So this is a comedy movie from Seth MacFarlane, who is the creator and star, I guess, of the Family Guy television show. You may know him from that. And it's always weird to me to see the actor who plays a voice that you're really familiar with. Like, the voices in Family Guy are so distinctive, and that then when you see the actor with that voice like playing themselves as a non-animated character, it can really be something that throws you off. This movie also stars Charlize Theron, who I have like a bit of a girl crush on Charlize Theron. I have for years. I think she is gorgeous. However, this is a comedy movie that's set in the West, and it's just about basically all the ways that you can die out in the West. It didn't really hit the mark for me. It was one of those comedies that I guess you would describe as kind of, I don't know, crude kind of humor, which sometimes I enjoy, but this one just didn't really hit the mark for me, and in the end I gave that one 2 stars. I then watched Not Without My Daughter, which is a movie from the, I was going to say the 80s, but it's from the early 90s, starring Sally Field. Sally Field is an actress who I really, really love, and this is basically about Sally Field is married to a Muslim man. I believe it's Muslim. I apologize if I'm getting that incorrect. I'll check that before I post this, and I'll put an edit on the screen if I'm incorrect on that. Who is Muslim, and they go on holiday to his home country, and through circumstance he decides not to leave, and they are over there with their daughter, and basically she becomes trapped in this foreign country where women have very little rights, and it's about her trying to basically escape and how difficult that is added on top of because she's got her daughter, and it's about her basically trying to escape that country. And that's what it's about. I enjoy Sally Field as an actress. This is a very like famous movie that you hear kind of referenced a lot. It was okay, just okay. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was anything great. I thought parts of it maybe could be, that maybe it hasn't dated that well, and that parts of it could be considered offensive. But it was okay. I gave that 2.5 stars. I then went with my parents to the cinema to see Deadpool 2. I loved the first Deadpool movie. I thought it was hilarious. Really, really, really enjoyed it, and I gave that one 5 stars. I still really enjoyed this one. For me, it didn't quite live up to the original, but I did still really, really enjoy it. Ryan Reynolds is just, and I know most people agree with me on this, but he is just perfect in this role. Like, I literally don't think there is anyone who could play the Deadpool character the way that he does and as well as he does. He's just, like, he is Deadpool. And I really did enjoy it. Like I said, not quite as good as number 1, but still really enjoyed it. I gave that one 4.5 stars. I then watched Spider-Man Homecoming. Again, this is one of the ones in my never-ending quest to catch up on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I enjoyed this one. It's probably one of my, I haven't seen, so for some background, I have seen the original 3 Spider-Man movies starring Tobey Maguire, but then I never saw the Andrew Garfield ones and still haven't. But I obviously watched this one as part of the Marvel Universe. I think that Tom Holland is great. I love him, and I did really enjoy the movie. It's not like one of my super faves of the Marvel Universe, but I did still really enjoy it, and I gave that one 4 stars. Now moving on to the month of June, the final month of this video, and I watched another 4 movies in that month. So the first thing that I watched was actually 10 Things I Hate About You. This was, of course, a rewatch. I think if I recall that I'd just been feeling pretty crappy around this time, and I was just having a real craving for this movie. It's one of my personal, like, real feel-good movies that I could put on at any point and would just immediately make me happy. It has that effect on me. I love it. I give it 5 stars every time. If you guys don't know, it's a teen rom-com. That's all you really need to know. Just watch it if you haven't, because it's amazing. Like I said, I gave that 5 stars as always. I then watched a movie called Sabotage. So this is a movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's basically about an elite force of, I think they're like DEA agents or something like that, headed by Arnold Schwarzenegger, who, you know, at the beginning are like stealing money, and then something goes wrong. I can't really remember the exact parts of the plot because I didn't really like this movie that much. I don't really have that much to say about it. I just didn't really like it that much. I thought it wasn't that great, and I gave that one 2 stars. I then watched a movie called The Fog. This is from 1980. It is a classic kind of slasher horror starring Jamie Lee Curtis. And I was on a quest or I'm on a never-ending quest in my life to kind of watch all of the like classic 80s slashes that Jamie Lee Curtis was in when she was really young. So this one is about a killer fog, basically. This one, not my favorite of the 80s slashes. I thought it was a little bit silly and it just didn't really hit the mark for me. Jamie Lee Curtis's character just like wasn't even that great. So it was okay. It was still fun because I always enjoy a good slasher flick, but it wasn't anything amazing, and I gave that one 2.5 stars. And then the last movie that I watched and that I'll talk about in this video was another rewatch, and that was Jaws. So I had read the Jaws book, which I didn't love, and so I rewatched the movie after having read that book. The movie, in my opinion, is far superior to the book. I had a lot of problems with the book, but the movie is great. It's a classic, you know, killer shark stalking people. Sure, some of the like parts of it, like of the, not CGI, it's not CGI, but of the effects haven't necessarily aged that well, but it is just such an enjoyable movie and it is such a classic for a reason, and I really, really enjoyed that, and I gave that one 4.5 stars. So that is everything that I watched in the second quarter of the year from April through June. I will leave a link to my Letterboxd account down below for you guys to check out. Letterboxd is what I basically describe as the Goodreads, but for movies. So if you guys have a Letterboxd and want to follow me, that would be great. I love following people on Letterboxd and seeing kind of what movies they're watching, and I have seriously, my movies to watch list on Letterboxd is like over 900 movies. It's insane. So I would love for you guys to follow me on there if you're interested at all in knowing what movies I'm watching when I'm watching them. I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below if you've watched any of the movies that I've watched or anything you've been watching and really, really enjoying. I'm really going to try to have my what I watched video for the third quarter of the year up really, really soon for you guys to check out as well. But that is all I have for this video, so please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from me. But yeah, that's all I have for this video today. Bye guys!